Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Word is bond, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe, or do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram. RugerRose23 is the place to be. All right. So, we didn't only have one return. We had two. And before this even happened, I actually was on Twitter. And this was actually speculated. I didn't even know this was speculated. But apparently this was speculated. So I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. I didn't know what capacity he was going to come back in, but I guess it kind of makes sense now. So we'll just get to it. All right. So we were setting up Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins for the United States Championship. And before it got underway, Bobby Lashley was out there first, and he was on the mic. And he was talking about how he was going to be a fighting champion for all of us. And even during his career, he has an impressive resume of people he's beaten. He said Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and now he's trying to add Seth Rollins to the list. Before Lashley could continue, all you heard was crowd went crazy, crowd went wild, because yes, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, is back. And to be honest, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Brock Lesnar is back. You know, when Triple H took over, the one person that I don't think anybody really expected to come back so soon. This was like last time we saw Brock was SummerSlam. And that was July 30th. So it's been, what, 3 months since? Well, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months since. And boom, here he is. But Brock is here. Brock is back. Crowd went crazy. Crowd went wild. He got in the ring. He said, well, holy shit. Good evening, Brooklyn. Oh, good evening, New York. And good evening to you, Bobby Lashley. Drops the mic, picks him up, F5. Picks him up again, another F5. And then hits a boom, German suplex. And if you thought Brock was done, nope. Instead, goes for a Kimura lock. I haven't seen Brock hit the Kimura lock in a while. He got it, and boom, injured Lashley's arm. And from there, Brock took his hat. Brock walked off. Okay. So, hold on. Okay. So, of course, this attack from Brock Lesnar did affect the United States Championship match, and that's the last video we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this match, that match. But in terms of this, Brock Lesnar coming back to confront Bobby Lashley, not a problem. It's not a problem. Pretty much, I'm all right with it. Because, let's not forget, the Royal Rumble was the first time Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley went one-on-one. It was for the WWE Championship. It was the first time ever. It was a very anticipated match. The problem was that match was literally just to continue the storyline of Brock and Roman. So even though Bobby Lashley won, it was only because Roman Reigns hit Brock Lesnar with the title. So that pin wasn't even clean. And number two, it really didn't mean anything. Like, Bobby really didn't beat Brock. You know what I'm saying? So, in that regard, they want to run it back and do it right. This time with nothing really blocking it, which I'm perfectly fine with. You know, I've been waiting for this match for the longest. You know, been waiting for this match for God knows how long. So if you want to rewrite what happened at the Rumble, that was fine. And especially since in the Elimination Chamber, Brock won it. Brock won the Elimination Chamber. He won the WWE title. But he never got his hands on Lashley. So Brock just comes back and says, you know what? I got unfinished business with the Almighty. Which is cool. And it sounds like they're going to probably do this at Crown Jewel, which I'm not mad at. Because the way it's looking, Crown Jewel looks like it's setting up to be a hell of a pay-per-view. Because now, listen, we got Roman Reigns and Logan Paul for the Undisputed title. It looks like we're going to get the OC versus Judgment Day. And now we got Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, too. All right, cool. Just my thing is this, right? The thing about Brock, right? Brock is only good, or this particular Brock Lesnar, you know, Suplex City Brock. Suplex City Brock is probably only as good, or is only good when there is like no rules in the match. Like a regular match, you're just going to see him just do a whole bunch of suplexes. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of suplexes, a lot of F5s, like maybe a Kimura lock here and there. It's like with Brock, you gotta, in order for it to get a good Brock Lesnar, Brock's gonna have to you're gonna have to have no rules. Like no rules, nothing in place. So hopefully, once Crown Jewel rolls around, then that's what we'll get. I think hopefully we'll get a no disqualification match. I would appreciate that. I would like that. The thing is, if we're rewriting history, are we pretending that the Rumble didn't happen? See, that's the thing. That wasn't really mentioned. Maybe it'll be mentioned next week, because Bobby Lashley did challenge Brock to come next week. So we'll see if that that's mentioned. The Rumble was mentioned. And if we're just erasing that, then who wins this match? Because Lashley just was the United States champion, so he actually was on a roll until tonight. And Brock's coming off what, 2 straight losses? 2 straight losses to Roman Reigns for the Undisputed title. So at the moment, Brock looks like he might win this match. But if you give it to Lashley, what exactly do you have planned for Lashley? That's the thing. Are you putting Lashley a little bit more up front, more in front of the line for a shot at the Undisputed title? Because Roman's going to need some opponents. Because you got some big-time pay-per-views coming. I don't think he's going to defend the title at Survivor Series. I don't believe that. Because they got Crown Jewel already, so I don't think you're going to defend it at Survivor Series. The Rumble is a place he probably will defend it. So you got the Rumble. Then after that, you got the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if they're going to do it in Saudi Arabia again. And then, of course, you got WrestleMania, which I believe at that time, Lashley won't even be a thought. But, again, if Lashley wins, that means they got something planned for him. But if Brock wins, then Brock's just getting his lick back pretty much. But if that's the case, if Brock wins, then you might want to do a trilogy. And then it's like, if you do a trilogy, where are you going to do that? And if their plan is to do the trilogy at WrestleMania, that's something I may be cool with. That's something I may be all right with. On top of that, this is Cowboy Brock. And Cowboy Brock has always been a face. So see Cowboy Brock being a heel. And Brock being a heel for the first time without Paul Heyman since 2003 is going to be intriguing. Or since 2004. Is going to be intriguing. I mean, technically he was a heel when he came back to WWE without Paul Heyman. But then Paul Heyman joined him like a couple months later. So, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I look forward to this. But yeah, Brock and Lashley set to collide, hopefully at Crown Jewel. We'll see how that goes. Third and final video on the way. Let's get it.